Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. The game has started for me inadvertently while I was setting up. And we are going to have to mix it up in a way. Alright, fair enough. We've already achieved a little bit of asymmetry in our pawns, as he's going to try to do the same thing to me that I'm doing to him. So therefore, we're going to mix it up just a little bit. We have the F5 square now for our knight. Going to see where he plans on going. Interesting. Let's get this moving, since we can. Our minority attack. Are you really threatening me? We're just going to continue with our minority attack as advertised. Alright, I'm game. Let's see what we get in this particular position. I have to call this particular bluff. How much can I risk in this position? Are you really threatening me? Can I keep grabbing pawns? Am I in danger? Yes. He does have a threat at long last. And I don't see it. Oh no! He did have a threat. How silly was that? Knight f5 and knight h5 were not the same. So I had to play. Let's just go back for a moment. I had to play queen to g6 because my knight wasn't being threatened. And there was absolutely nothing going on here, right? Rook e1, I just got mated in 2 moves. Queen f2 was also possible. Wow, so I was just totally winning. But I had no time. The person that used all that time was me. Truly, truly, traditionally sad. Today we leave for Singapore. I do not have a stream scheduled for tomorrow. But at least we do have a relatively full house. And we have one more e6 under the books, inspired by Ding-Gukesh. 1 hour ago, that's not true. I love this effect, by the way. You gotta let it fill out all the way. It is a beautiful thing. A truly, truly beautiful thing. Someone had corrected the time. In any event. Ding-Gukesh came 2. Knight to d4 has been played. Knight e1, not accepting the gambit of the pawn, which would lead to only good things for black. However, this knight is going to reroute itself back into the action, unabated. And the assessment is that Ding is a little bit better. Rook d6 by Gukesh, planning on doubling rooks without fear. On knight to d3, he is planning on knight takes c2. We need some small goals here, yeah? Small goals. And we corrected yesterday's game title on the YouTube to match up with the current theme of following the World Chess Championship. So against e4, we can get another French in.
Hello there. Nicodemonius.
Good morning, Nico.
There.
How are you? What time is it for you, Nico? It must be... I'm going to take a wild stab. It's either 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't have much of a choice, unfortunately.
Said 1331.
Well, let's control the center. Only 1:30 in the afternoon, of course. So you are 3.5 hours behind Singapore. Not a big fan of this particular position, but we have avoided the standard French defense randomness. Is he going for it? Is he going to lose material? earliest stage at which he can probably lose material. Yes. He is going to lose material. The standard twofer. A relatively normal way of accidentally jettisoning a pawn. He does get bishop f4. My king is in the center. I do have some issues. So suddenly, I have to ask myself, what does he have for a discovery? He does have some things. That much is true. Out of necessity. Could have captured, and captured, but I don't necessarily want to lose control of the center either. Yes. I will get my king off of here.
Said, why is GXF better than BXF6?
Why is G takes better than bishop takes f6? Well, I was avoiding the complications after bishop d6, rook d8, bishop takes c5, when his bishop may or may not be able to reroute back, but then I would, of course, have this opportunity. But I have to decide how I'm going to tie him down some more.
That is terrifying to me.
This prevents rook to f3 as well. So now I don't see what my opponent is up to, but I am going to get the other rook into the game as quickly as I can. His pieces are very awkwardly placed. I'm very willing to continue to open up the lines. No, there are no biases and there are no fears. Fear does not exist in this dojo. So, he did realize that he could play what he was going to play. Let us continue to simplify a little bit. Yes. There's a lot of stuff hanging here. What in the world? I don't get it. We need to get all of our pieces out. That much is true. Whoa. Dudovich. All right. Someone's king is extremely exposed. All right, I admit it. I won that game out of sheer greater experience. I did not win that out of necessity. I was planning on using the G file. He could have played rook f3 the first time. He saw that tactic a little too late. And I was going to play f4 in that position, and I should have. I really needed to just play f4. Whatever I played was just ridiculous. King h8. Just ridiculous. Check on Gukesh game 2. Black has just played g6. He has avoided the discovery. It looks like Gukesh has actually gotten a bit of an initiative, if I had to say so. White still maintains a slight edge. But if you have to find a move like rook on c to b1, chances are this position is turning for Gukesh. Ever so slightly. It just depends on who is more at home than whom. So it looks like in Meet Kagan Tutu, Narata has a very definite threat. Definite threat. It is, unfortunately, very risky to do anything in chess, but... So did we get a second e6 in there? Yes, we were black and we got a second e6. We need 2 more, I believe. 2 more e6s is black. Today. Only 15 minutes left? Where have I been? So as white, we have 5 g4s, 7 c3s. Let's give it an 8th c3. And we do end up in a relatively interesting position. Now, he's playing it like a queen-pawn opening, like an exchange queen's gambit. But can he? Can he really? Let's see what he chooses to do. The bishop pair is still no longer a factor. We always have takes, 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 takes. So we have a slightly better pawn structure. The greater activity. Is it worth it for me to go in this direction or that direction? We can work it out. Moment of truth. And now for something completely inevitable. What are you threatening and where are you planning on going? Go ahead, make my day. Yeah, I fell to mate again. Pressure. What went wrong there? What's second there? I just enjoyed that position so much. So we got a C3 in. Alright, now the moment of truth. This is all good. And here, queen takes f6. And queen d5. And there's no way to defend that knight. Silly me. That's worthy of discussion. There's just no way to defend the knight. It's a clearance. Ah, boy. I am still preoccupied with what's going on in Ding-Guke's game. So, moment of truth. They're still thinking as of G6. Ding-Guke is now consuming a lot of time trying to form a plan. And this could be the case. Position is still dead even in the Gukesh match. There's hardly anything to be done there. I mean, who did I just lose to? Oh, Indian. 1404. Not a bad loss. Did I lose only one rating point to that one? Uh-oh. I think I got a game. Maybe not. Could have sworn I heard the ding of the start of a game. Literally. Da-dum-bump. The ding. Get it? I'm not making it off of page 2, huh? Nico Demonius in second place. Nice work, sir. I'm so far out of it. It is because I haven't had a coffee yet this morning. I was rushing in to try to take care of this business. And I got nowhere. Nico took care of the first place fellow. Narata. I don't know if I've seen Narata in a long time. I feel like I missed you, Narata. Good work, sir. Welcome back. All right, and now I blundered with knight c3 already. Let's gambit a pawn. While we are at it, let's gambit a pawn. One minute. This could be Hermione's shot.
Nicodemonius said, Alexa Dojo.
Alexa. Cannot hear you.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
That was me, by the way. I have 51 seconds. Aww. Namaste. I appreciate you, Hermione. You were very kind. Very, very kind. You didn't need to do that. So what was the story with that advantage anyway? Was this the right move? Knight takes e4, bishop f7, king f7. I was expecting the hard move to play, king to g8. Avoiding any further checks. Wow, that was a good increased advantage. Namaste and congrats to Nicodemonius. I was scaling it back to 5 rounds, ultimately, from 7 rounds to 5 rounds, so he got our legitimate 5 rounds in, while the opponent got a bonus game in. It still would have been 12 to 10 to 9 had the opponent not gotten a bonus game in. By bonus game, I mean he got more than 7, I think. He got 8 in. Of course, Hermione is gone. was very kind of her. I'm assuming it was a her. So let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. They're claiming there's a Stockfish 18. Is that what it is? Stockfish 18. WASM. Did not realize that. Rook FD8 does seem natural, but he's not playing any more natural moves. Yesterday he played two very natural moves. Queen E2. And later he played a horrible move, and he played G4, which was natural but wrong. And he played F5, which was also natural but wrong, and he led to a natural disaster, as we already know. Natural moves can lead to natural disasters. And he just wasn't himself yesterday. This pawn should be guarded. It really, really, really should be guarded. So is he actually now at least threatening to play knight to D3? All right, he played the natural move. Very reasonable. But I do have to head off to school, unfortunately. So we are going to take you to the next most important set of commentators. Not necessarily my favorites. I'm going to raid someone different each day, if possible. What? That's so bizarre. I cannot raid them. So I have to raid the same person I raided yesterday? That's unfortunate. I guess we can raid someone new today, assuming their settings allow it. Thank you all for being here. Two of the world's favorite commentators are available just ahead. Please enjoy them. Nico, it's great to have you, sir. Thank you for being here. Ollie?
Nicodemonius said, THX for the stream.
No, thank you for being here, buddy. I'm gonna be back in a couple of days at the worst. I land Thursday morning in Singapore. I have no idea what time it'll be or if I'll even get the tournament announcements out. Talk to everyone soon. Thank you for being here. Please check out my memorable games on the YouTube channel if you can. Cheers. Ciao. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It helps the stream immensely. Deep Wolverine, Oli, Nicodemonius. Cheers and ciao, everyone. Thank you.